stock-specific news and all the stocks that you need to watch out for in today's trading session. And for that, we have my colleague Lisa in the studio with us. Lisa, tell us what are the stocks that are on your radar and that we need to watch out for.
Right, Ankita. First of all, good morning. So let's start with the stocks that will be in focus today. Starting with Adani Green. Yesterday, we had ET Now had broken the news that Qatar Investments will be buying around 2.7% stake, and that has been confirmed. They have bought the stake for 3,920 crore. Moving on to Inox, when the block deal of around 500 crore is likely today, and the deal is at max 5% discount to the current market price, and the promoter entity is the likely seller. Moving on to Paytm, the Paytm payments auditor Price Waterhouse has resigned, and they have said that it has not raised any concern and there will not be any major impact. Moving on to the non-life insurance sector, they have come out with their July data. Star Health premium is up 16.8% on year-on-year basis. New India Assurance premium growth that was up around 8.9%, as well as ICICI Lombard premiums growth that came to around 21.9% on year-on-year basis. Meanwhile, Railtel Corporation, they have received an order from Pimpri Smart City Limited, and the estimated annual revenue for this is around 70 orders for 70 orders per contract, and the total revenue for 10 years that comes to around 700 crore. Moving on to some earnings, PBFintech has reported their earnings. Revenue came to around revenue stood at around 666 crore, and it was up 31% on year-on-year basis. Meanwhile, the loss that has narrowed down to 11.9 crore versus a loss of around 204 crore which was seen last year. And Tata Chemical has also reported their earnings. Numbers were largely in line. The revenue was up 5.6% on year-on-year basis, stood at 4,218 crore, while the net profit that was down 10% on year-on-year basis stood at 532 crore. So these are the stocks that investors have to keep on their radar for today.
Absolutely, Lisa. Thanks for that list and thanks for taking us through that. But I believe you also have brokerage notes coming in from JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, as well as Goldman Sachs. So tell us what stocks they are keeping on their radar this morning then.
Right, let's go through it one by one. So starting with the Goethridge Consumer, JP Morgan has maintained an overweight on the stock. They have hiked the target price slightly to 1,135 from 1,075 earlier. The GOM region, that is the Africa, US as well as the Middle East region, they said that the currency devaluation that will be weighing on the profit as well as the growth in FY24. And on their recently acquired Raymond Consumer Care business also, they said that the synergy overhaul that is underway and the synergy benefits that is likely to flow in the second half. Moving on to Goldman Sachs, when they came out with a report on Goethridge Consumer, they have maintained a buy with a target price of 1,200, saying that Goethridge turnaround story that continues and it remains the top pick within their consumer staples coverage. Meanwhile, Morgan Stanley has also come out with a report on PBFintech. They have maintained an overweight on the stock with a target price of 810 per share. They said that despite the Q1 seasonality, the growth was driven by strong core business and the contribution margin as well as the adjusted EBITDA margin that improved to the best levels ever. And lastly, Morgan Stanley has come out with a report on Zomato, which will be in focus. They have maintained an overweight with a target price of 115 per share. They said that charging a platform fee, if true, has come in ahead of the expectations, and the move should have positive implications on their unit economics. So these are the stocks that are on brokerage radar and that you have to keep an eye on today.